misunderstood. Creative souls living for good, but the evil beast comes cooking in, pretending to be a friend and sneaking in. Let the show begin. Oh, let the show begin. Crazy and dumb, man. Man, I am afraid of an equal and bullshit. When I think crazy and dumb, man. Enemies be working, afraid of you will stop. Let's all start acting crazy and dumb, man. No fear, no tears, this is up done, yeah. Crazy and calm down. Like you crazy and calm down. Like you crazy and calm down. Let the show begin.
What's up, my beautiful peoples? It is the Acting Crazy and Confident podcast. Today is an FU Friday. I don't know why I wrote that. Maybe it's for clicks. Maybe it's for bait. Maybe it's for both. Clickbait. But either way, I hope today's video or hangout finds you in semi-good spirits, not too mad at the world, not trying to hurt or injure anybody in your circle. There's too much violence in the world going on, so let's stay away. And like they say on Star Wars, stay on target. Stay on target for that positive feeling. Boy, every time I watch that video of me skydiving, or what is it called? Bungee jumping? Not skydiving. Bungee jumping in Vegas, it reminds me of how I felt after. There was a lot of elation, but I was so nervous up to that bungee jumping point that my heart was beating 1,000,000 trillion miles a minute, and I have a weak heart. And I remember I pulled through and I did it, as you saw in the video. And right after, I felt elated. I felt like I could face anything in the world. And At that moment in time, I was actually just out of a relationship that was pretty toxic. A little from my end, but 80% from their end. But hey, I'm to blame for a lot of things in life. But I was out of a relationship and I felt like I needed the bungee jump. And I felt like I needed to face the world. And, because I had a lot of bad things. But I came out of that bungee jump elated, ecstatic. I think the video's on my channel somewhere, the entire video. I said a stupid phrase like, I can do anything now. If you want to let the world or something beat you, or now I can do it. And then I was talking about like a girlfriend, and really bad statement. But long story short, boy, I remember the feeling, and I'm having traumatic experiences today after just watching that bungee jump video for my intro. I'm freaking the heck out because I'm dealing with some health stuff. We're not going to get into it. I'm going to try to keep it personal. I mean, in-house personal. Only the people that really need to know what's going on need to know what's going on. But I'll just top it off with this. I thought I was going to be at a healthier point right now after some things that went on. And it felt like I took one step forward, but now I'm taking 3 steps back. And now there's more health issues on the horizon. And I ain't going to lie, it scares the living crap out of me. And I just realized, being 50 years of age, you can't go back. Not like Back to the Future. You can't go back. But you can try to maintain whatever health you got to the best of your abilities. But sometimes people cannot maintain it completely. And I just very frustrated. Very frustrated. That's why I was trying to rest and heal. And I took a, 2.5, 3 week basically sabbatical. But hey, I'm on the mend. But I got some fights in front of me. And if I haven't had the strength basically to like wake up every day in recent years, past my depression, my anxiety, it's going to be tough sledding to come back from some of the information that was given to me recently. It's not a death sentence, but it is a sentence of knowing I'm going to have plenty of issues to work through in the future. And I'm basically dying slowly or quicker, if you will. But we'll leave it at that. I'm blessed to be here to hang out with all you amazing people. And speaking of health, like I said, I got trauma watching. I remember what I felt like after bungee jumping. I was proud as hell, and my heart was racing like a million miles that entire 3 to 4 hours before I did it. And then after, I literally thought I was going to have to go to the hospital. My chest, from beating so hard and being so scared, my chest and everything was on fire. And I was worried that I was going to have a heart attack. And so I literally checked into the Las Vegas emergency room about, 3 hours after the bungee jump. And they were like, well, you seem to be okay. No heart attack that we know of, after they did their little test. But man, I just got trauma watching that bungee jump video again right now after some recent hospital stuff that I've been dealing with. And I'm proud to be here. We'll leave it at that. Speaking of medical stuff, before I get to the forums in today's show, you guys are going to run the show. We're going to talk about whatever you want. Hopefully some super chats will change the topic and we can do some good stuff. It's a hangout FU Friday. But let me take my pills. I forgot to take them before the show. Man, I got like 4 or 5 pills to take. And they say to take it with food. I had a banana about 10 minutes ago. So I hope that's okay. All right, let's say hello to the amazing people and to the first person that came online. But before that, I got to sell y'all some shit. Consider hitting the like button, the subscribe button, becoming a member of this channel. And if you are a member of this channel, hopefully every week moving forward, not every week, but once a month, I'm going to invite you to be a guest on this show, the Acting Crazy and Confident podcast, because we need guests on this show. But once a month, members are going to get the link in the inbox, or whatever it's called, the forum for members, the text forum. But please hit that thumbs up, that like, that subscribe button. Consider going to my merchandise store for some exclusive items. Every purchase comes with a private video sent from me to you, and the MichaelRayBower guarantee of hopefully decent product. And I also have support donations available down below: PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. If any of you guys feel like supporting a dude trying to entertain, trying to have a good time, and trying to pay his damn bills, I appreciate it. But you don't owe me anything. The only thing you owe me is your undivided attention, your love, because I'm the shit. I'm just kidding. It's the Acting Crazy and Confident podcast. We got to act crazy and confident. So hit it all up if you guys feel like doing that. I appreciate that. I have cameos available for a few bucks, and every cameo shout out video, as down below, also comes with an autographed photo sent to you separately once I get your P.O. box, if you know what I'm saying. All right, let me get the titles at the bottom of the screen. We might go over some pictures, some home pictures in today's show if we don't have any topics. I really didn't know what to do today. I just needed to get online. I did a Raider video yesterday. And talking about the Raiders while I'm prepping for the NFL draft for my Raider channel next Thursday night. I will be live streaming next Thursday night, probably on my Raider channel. I might get crunk if the doctor allows me to have any alcohol, which I doubt it. But I always make a Raider recipe. I always make a Raider recipe of some food, like Raider themed or Raider oriented, for my Raider channel. So if you guys want to come up with some Raider recipes in today's show to help me out to make next week, let me know. I'm all ears. It has to have a Raider name though, for the Las Vegas Raiders. Like there was a player named Tim Brown. Many years ago, I made Tim Brown touchdown wings because he scored 100-something touchdowns for the Raiders. Then we had a quarterback named Derek Carr. I made like tacos, carnitas, and we called them Derek Carnitas tacos. Then we had a player on our team named Vontez Perfect. And then I made the Perfect nachos. Like, pretty fun, man. The simplest things in life give you the most fucking fun, right? None of this hating, making fun of people, calling it comedy. Sometimes it's fun just to make food, do it alone, put a theme to it, try to perfect chicken wings, burritos, nachos, tacos, rice and beans. Whatever you're trying to perfect is a good fucking thing. Let's be honest with you. A lot of people like me that are alone a lot, we live the simple life. He lives the simple life. I saw the sign, and you're a loser living in the basement. I saw the sign. That's what they always want to tell me. I may be a loser in your circle, but I'm not living in the basement. I'm living in an upstairs apartment without a kitchen. I'm proud of everything I have. You can't use it against me because I'm proud to be alive. because I was proud to be alive. Michael Coulter was the first person online to say, "What's up, Mikey?" So I got to give you a shout out perfectly, Michael Coulter. Then we had a joke coming in second. You're always in the rear, Jake. You're always in the rear. Is this guy a smart fella or a fart schmella? That's actually funny. Again, on the Acting Crazy and Confident podcast, I have a little bit more energy, and my insecurity is probably at 50%. On other days, my insecurity is at 100%, and I don't put up with bullshit. But on this show, my insecurity is probably at 50%. So I appreciate that, and that was actually a funny, cute little joke. I hope I'm not a fart schmella. I do fart at many times in my life, especially when I eat beans. And like my Nickelodeon show said, I had beans for breakfast. I didn't, but on my show, I said that. Thank you for being online. Now let's get to the Super Chats. The amazing Jake Trucker? No, I can't even read it. The amazing, the Jake Tucker. How's the new car treating you? Well, that brings me to another topic. I am so very happy to be able to go to stores and do some stuff. Makes me feel alive. I was able to do some doctor stuff, being in a car, but in a weird way, I'm kind of having to learn how to drive again. Because I didn't drive much for like 6-7 years with my old car. And I'm kind of having to learn how to drive again. Because muscle memory and certain parts of my health, just not used to it. And my dad ended up with glaucoma, cataracts that took his eyesight. And I'm dealing with some suspicions or days of blurriness and other things in my eyes. And I hope that's not happening to me, because apparently glaucoma and cataract skips a generation. And I don't think my brother's getting it. So I hope I'm not getting any one of them. But I have really bad days with my eyesight. And constantly get the green stuff because I have an autoimmune disease. We don't need to get into it, but I'm constantly fighting diseases, and then my eyes and everything is constantly infected. That's why that green stuff, whatever it's called, mucus grows, is because your immune system thinks that something's going on. So while you sleep, it tries to heal. So I got that shit constantly. But dude, it's a pleasure to have a new car or a car again. But I get nervous. I haven't driven at night yet, but I get nervous when I go out and I go on long distances, because sometimes it's hard to turn my neck. That's why it says my neck, my back underneath. All these health issues. But it's hard to see the other cars from afar when you got to turn your neck. I can only turn it so far due to some of my issues. But hey, it's okay. And for the other people that have back pain, and some of y'all know who I'm talking about, that shit hurts. That shit is tough. I don't wish that on anybody, if it's real. Again, you guys question everything for me. If everything I have or do is real, so I'm going to question that for other people. But thank you, the Jake Trucker. And I saw your little dig there. I saw your little dig. how's the new car to you? Yes, a friend worked for a car company and told me he was going to get me a car. But he did it as a broker. And he got money for the car. But I didn't have to pay for as much as people would think. So it basically was kind of like a gift. It was kind of like a gift, which is nothing to be mad about. A fan, a friend that works for a car company, hooked the dude up. Took many months. I saved up enough money, went to the auction, and through their car company, they hooked me up. But I did pay for it. Not the amount you would think of, and it doesn't matter the amount. A gift is a gift, and the Lord blessed me. So I understand your fucking dig trying to make fun of me for getting gifts or discounts or whatever. I respect every bit of it. But thank you, the Jake Trucker or Tucker. And yeah, the car costs more money now too, a lot more. But I'm doing okay. I mean, that's why I got to get online more, make some money, got to do more work. But hey, I'm very, very blessed, and I'm never going to deny that. I'm always going to respect it. Brett Mania, thank you for being online. We got Wrestlemania apparently is coming up tomorrow. I don't even know the storylines of Wrestlemania. So should I watch videos later tonight to catch up on the storylines of WrestleMania? I don't know. But you guys tell me if I should. Is there a big storyline? Who's the main event? I really don't know. But I'm looking forward to it. Think I'm going to watch it for something to do. Maybe I should go live and watch it and hang out with you guys. I don't know what I'm going to do. But there's also a Laker game. There's a playoff Laker game happening that I want to watch. But I don't know how I'm going to be able to watch both. But the Lakers don't even have that player Jokic. And they're missing another guy, Austin Reeves. So I don't even know if they're going to make it past the first round. But we got Rebel Raider online. Thank you so much for showing up. Go watch my video on my Raider channel. We got the beautiful good golly Miss Molly saying, hey there, sweetie. How are you? I sure do miss you. Oh, I appreciate that. I miss everybody. I need to talk to people more, but I'm not good at communication. I disappear whenever I have struggles. And like I said, I was hoping to be a little bit healthier at this point. But hey, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Or when life gives you lemons, expect more lemons from motherfucking people. We got Chester Dangler. Oh my God, Rebel Raider, what happened to your ribs? Got my ribs broke again a week ago or so, but I'm hurting. You broke your ribs? Were you trying to suck your own seed? Sorry, it sounded funny in my head. Sounded funny in my head, Rebel Raider. But I'm hurting. Dude, rest up, recovery. God bless you. Do you guys remember a story that they said Marilyn Manson cut out ribs, cut out 2 or 3 of his ribs or 4 of his ribs so he could attempt to S his own C? Do any of you guys remember that? Is that real? Is that a Mandela effect? Is that a real or is that a Mandela effect? I don't know. I just remember that story. What a weird story. How many people attempted it? Did I ever attempt it? No. I know I ain't going anywhere past my belly. That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna happen. With my limited mobility back as well, that shit ain't happening. How many people actually attempted that stuff? And again, you don't have to tell me, but some of y'all have attempted some weird things. We all have. I can't think of at the moment what I've attempted that's really weird. Ain't nothing coming to mind. I attempted to call a salad a taco at many times in my life. Taco salad. There's a place called Pink Taco in LA named after a lady's parts. I don't know where this is going, but that was funny. Any of you guys remember that? There you go. Brent talking about Wrestlemania. And the Hall of Fame is tonight at midnight. Oh, that's right. It's like 11 o'clock on the East Coast for a lot of you all. Live broadcast. What's up, my dude? This has evolved so well. I don't think it has. I don't even know if it's a show. I need to have guests. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. Let's be honest with y'all. Chester, you're Brent's best friend. How you doing, Chester? Chester Dangler. Good to see you. Queen Mary's online. What's up, Queen? It's been a minute. Good to see you. Are you on my Instagrams or my Facebooks or social medias? Hit me up a DM. Let me know like who you really are. I like to put a face to the name. I am sassy and classy. What's up, girl? You are very brave to bungee jump. I could never. That's what I'm saying. You got to do it sometimes. I'm sure I'm really far away. But again, Super Chats will get the opinions a little bit better. Hey, we got Jessica, one of the Bower Puff girls. What's up, Jessica? How you doing tonight? How's life treating you? Football is kind of on its way here. And I got to get you that prize package ASAP from my merchandise store. I got to do that for you. And again, I'm wearing the merchandise, one of the merchandise from my store. One of the coolest Garbage Pail Kid parodies that are out there. But now with AI, because I don't have the money to pay artists for like different designs and logos every week or every month to make a store bigger and better with more stuff. Now I think I got to learn AI a little bit for that type of artwork to help me be creative so I can get some cool shirts. I think I would like to create some cool slogans, even though I don't have a big ass following or whatever. And I only probably get like 25 people every time I live stream at most. I still want some cool shit. Like if I have a slogan that I could have on a shirt, that'd be kind of cool. Like I think one of the slogans I say a lot to the mean people is, I'm not the droid you're looking for, from Star Wars. I'm not the droid you're looking for. Go away now, like the Critical Drinker says. Go away now. Maybe I can get a slogan like that, like I'm not the droid you're looking for. It's really, really cool. Let me see if I can catch up a little bit to some new people. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. The NFL draft is in Pittsburgh. I thought it was in Philadelphia. I think I posted a thumbnail for my Raiders show and I thought it was in Philadelphia. It's in Pittsburgh. I probably messed up. Oh, Lordy, Michael, I'm a Pittsburgh native. The draft is going to be nuts. Pittsburgh is not equipped to handle that many people or traffic in and out of the city. Oh, shit. I never thought about that. Pittsburgh is tough town, man. Philadelphia, too. But Pittsburgh is blue-collar, amazing people, beautiful people such as yourself. That's going to be amazing. It's going to be a good time. I can't wait to see the hatred, for all the other teams, for the Cowboys, when they get on stage to draft their players. Remember a couple of years back, they were calling the NFL draft a slave auction? That motherfudging quarterback from San Francisco 49ers, Colin something Kaepernick, was calling it a slave auction. Oh my God. No wonder the world has black fatigue sometimes with some of this shit, this SJW world. But man, that's some ridiculous takes. Man, look, I saw this video. Maybe I can get it online, but I saw this video. And again, I just want to let everybody know you run today's show. Okay. I will get around to the regular chat. Members get priority. But Super Chats, you can change the show. You can ask me questions. You can insult me. If you want to pay me, go ahead and do it. Like I said, I'm at 50% of my insecurities today. But I'm going to change the subject. And I just watched this video and it blew my mind, the topic. This topic, I wanted to see some of y'all's opinions about it. So let me see if I can pull up this video. I'm sorry I'm doing it last minute. Because I really had nothing prepared. And again, my damn computer will be limited because of the graphics card. But baby cries for mama. Gay couple. Let's see if I can find it online. This was really interesting to me that I just saw. Trying to see if the basic video is out there. Okay, let's hope this is it. Let me get it. And then let me give some of you, and I have to be my own producer. Share the screen. All right, so let me give you all the backstory of this video we're about to watch. Or let me take off the... Let me give you all the video, the backstory of this video. Because I watched something earlier while I was prepping to hang out today. So there's a gay couple. And his name is Shane McAnally. And he's a gay couple. And they got a woman, a surrogate, to have their baby. Okay? And his name is Shane McAnally. But well, he is gay. I shouldn't make gay jokes, but whatever. Like I said, this is the Acting Crazy and Confident podcast where I'm going to say some weird ass shit. I have no problem with people being gay, whatever, but this is why this video I'm about to show you all really hit me in a different way. So it's a gay couple. They had a woman be the surrogate of their children or of this baby. So they had a baby boy. And again, I don't know how real this video is, planned, whatever the case is, but according to most of where I looked it up, the gay man or the couple filmed this video, and apparently the baby asked for his mama. And then they kind of... Let's just watch it. We could talk about it after.
Who do you want, Dada or Pop?
Mama.
No, Mama. Do you want Dada or Pop? Who do you want? No. No way, Jose. I think. Oh. There is no mama. I'm so sorry. You have Dada?
Sorry, y'all. The video went blank and it shut off. But watch this again.
I'm sorry. There is no mama. You have pop. Two choices. No mama. No. No. No mama. Dada. No.
Sorry about that. My internet goes wild anytime I play a video online. So did you guys see? Did you guys see that? So the baby is asking for his mama. And then the gay couple or the gay father kind of mocks the frickin' child. Kind of mocks the child. Is that a joke? Is that the baby's nature to ask for his mama? This feels sad as fuck. When you think about it, a gay couple having a child, and again, as long as the child is loved by people, no problem. But by watching this video of a baby asking for mama and then them kind of mocking the child, there's no mama, there's only papa and dada. That sounds really worse. Some people would say he's not mocking the baby. But here's what happened. I don't know if it's real or not, but they said he made a post online with this video. And they wrote that the baby is homophobic. Apparently, the father wrote, "This week's homophobic baby" was the title of the video. But I don't see it online, so I don't really know how validity that is. But that makes it even worse. If the father or the gay couple wrote, "This week's homophobic baby," they're calling the baby homophobic, and that's a joking manner? When the baby's asking for his mama? Where the fuck is the empathy? Where's the empathy from this gay couple? Maybe they have it at other times and they felt like that would be a funny little tweet or post. But there's been accusations of gay couples possibly abusing kids, or there's been accusations that gay couples should not have a boy baby or adopt one because they might turn around and do something bad with the child. Again, I'm sure the percentage is very, very minuscule. And that projects all gay people as bad and stuff like that. And I'm not here to do that. As long as the baby has love, he goes to a loving home. I get it. But again, if you look at this instance in itself, a baby is crying for mama, you're filming it, then you're mocking the baby. There is no mama. It's only dada and papa. You must conform. You must conform to our gay ideology at this given moment, or else you're a homophobic baby that I'm going to put. What the fuck? That's why I'm not as evil as these other people online in the verses. This shit is ridiculous. Very fucking scary. Now it's going viral. Millions of people have different opinions. But I look at it as a conspiracy theorist person. I first try to find out if it's not AI nowadays. Secondary, you got to find out if they're not actors, if it wasn't a written script where they put the words mama for the baby with CGI or special effects, like the movie Look Who's Talking. That's what we have to do nowadays in today's content before we make an opinion. We have to figure out what's real, what's fake, what's going on. So I was looking at all of that stuff, and I still don't have the answer. But people are like, the baby started to cry before he said, "There's no mama." Did the baby really say mama? Or did the people think it sounded like mama? And when they heard it, they automatically thought the baby was saying mama. And so did the parents. So they're mocking it in a joking manner because the baby's actually just dribbling. Or is the baby actually saying mama? Well, then people are saying it's sad, it's human nature. The baby, even though he came from a surrogate and now he's living with two gay fathers, the baby needs a mama. So God put it into the baby's voice to want a mom, to want his mama. Well, how the hell did the baby learn the word mama? You got to think about that. Is it God-given for the baby to know the word mama with a gay couple? If they're constantly saying papa and dada, maybe the gay couple is mocking the child a lot more than this video. Do you want a mama? So that way the baby learns the word mama. That's why the baby's always like, mama, mama. Maybe they mock on a TV screen or they show pictures of his mom so the baby can know who his mama is for his knowledge. Maybe they show pictures of the surrogate and then they point and they go, mama, that's your mama. That's your mama. Maybe they do that. So that way the baby starts thinking, mama. But he knows it's a woman in his eyes, and then naturally he wants that. But he learned the word mama from his parents or his dad. Or, again, maybe it's not the word mama, but if it is, are they instigating it? Did they teach him the word? Or is it God-given that the baby wants his mama? Or in another scenario, they're allowing some women in their life to hold the baby, to hang out with the baby, to be around the baby. And they're saying, yeah, I'm your surrogate mama today. I'm your mother today. I'm your mama today. Maybe they have a housekeeper or somebody like that that's taking care of the child. So the baby learns the word mama and associates the woman from his natural brain to associate that woman and the word mama from that woman. So now the baby keeps seeing men 95% of the time. And now the baby's saying, mama, mama. It's fascinating to me, y'all. But either way, whatever scenario it is, whether he hangs out with women, they taught him the word mama, they're sharing his mother with him in photographs, they're still mocking the baby. And it's fucking disgraceful. There's no empathy in this video. Maybe they have empathy the other 98% of the time. This is ridiculous. This is putting out a bad name for gay couples that want to adopt or have surrogates of a baby's age, or whatever the case may be. All right, I'm going to check out y'all opinions once again. Let's try to watch it one more time. And you guys let me know your thoughts.
Do you want Dada or Pop?
Mama.
No, Mama. Do you want Dada or Pop? Who do you want? Dada or Pop? Do you want Dada? You want Pop? No way, Jose.
Sorry, my internet goes blanks on my end every time I show a video. But look at the baby, looks like he cries before he makes fun of him completely.
I think, oh,
There is no mama. So sorry. You have dad, and you have pop. Two choices. No mama.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Try to get my internet back up. How do I remove it from the screen? There we go. All right, let's check out some of y'all's chats. Let me see if I can get what you're talking about. Jessica said, yeah, I saw that video online. Whoops. And of course, my screen, everything gets messed up after watching videos. Okay, let's see if I got it back. Okay. Oh my goodness. I can't even watch videos with my technology. But still, I'm blessed to have any technology. Yeah, I saw the video online too. It went viral. That said, the poor kid was born into this world to be fooled. Yeah, it was just there. There was absolutely no sympathy for the baby regardless. Yeah, like I said, at that moment, they can choose empathy and be like, oh, or it'll be okay or whatever, but not, there's no mama. There's only two, a papa and a dada. Get over it, you homophobic baby. Again, I don't know if they literally wrote that on the Instagram or the post or wherever, but that's what they said. So I'm not going to take it to bank. But still, it was evil. It was evil. Brett, yeah, that's sad that they did that to the kid. We got Brian Sanchez. What's up, MichaelRayBower? Live from the chat in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where they filmed Breaking Bad or a lot of shows out there. That's pretty awesome. Sympathy, not an orchestra. That's funny. God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. I mean, yeah, that's the natural order of those things. But I'm not here to, I don't know, I'm not here to bash anybody. But that's why the video is so interesting, because it's going to get the religious people or the people that do not even condone to any of that philosophy. It's going to get a lot of people separated. And this world is being divided even more so with everything. Red Hood Outlaws, check your image. I made an AI image like you wanted. Yeah. I ain't going to hit on no links in an email. So I already dealt with that before. I'm sure you're a good person. Send it on DM, on Instagram or Facebook or something like that. But I ain't going to hit no links or anything or download anything in an email. Sorry, Red Hood. Appreciate you, brother. What's up, Colin Madden? Good to see you, brother. Have you been dabbling lately? Good to see you, brother. Hopefully you're healthy and blessed. The fact that they posted it online shows the kind of people they are. Yeah. Good point. Hell of a good point right there, Tor. I do that too sometimes. I vent my frustrations. I victim blame myself sometimes or whatever. But we all got to learn from that. But yeah, that's a very good point. That's a very good point. Brent Mania is like, yeah, I'm going to watch WrestleMania. And he's like, I don't know. Brent Mania, you're awesome. Rooney, shout out New Mexico. Louis She, would you ever put your podcast on Spotify? I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do any of that stuff, bro. You have to download the audio or something like that. I don't know what I'm doing. And I think for me, you have to have video for some of the stuff I talk about. And I'm still trying to learn how to be an actual broadcaster or podcaster. And I really need to figure out an actual show. I need to figure out how to speak. I need to figure out how to be funny. I need to figure out how to have guests. I'm still learning, man. I'm just hanging out with you all. I don't care what people are as long as they are happy. That's all that really matters, no matter their sexuality. Yeah, I'm the same way. But when their sexuality starts to insult me, or they take advantage, or they think they can get away with shit because they're gay or whatever, yeah, that doesn't rock my boat. I'm going to tell you all a story that I probably shouldn't have in a minute about that very subject that really messes me. Red Hood Outlaws, no worries, can DM. Thank you, brother. Maybe their video is you need to producer to keep everything running. Yeah, but even if I had a producer, I don't know. I don't trust a lot of people, so let's just be honest with you, brother. But I understand what you're saying, Rooney. Yes, Jessica, we need to do a stream with the Bower Puff girls very, very soon. But man, I got a few things coming up, and I'm just trying to rest and recover from some other things. And yeah, so by the end of May, I'm going to have guests and everything working at least once a month on my podcast. I promise you. And the world needs to see beautiful women in a podcast talking about crazy subjects. That'll get the clicks. That'll get the clickbaiters. Maybe that'll give me an extra couple hundred views. Maybe we should do a bikini stream. I'm just kidding. People know that joke. People know that joke. All right, let me tell you this quick story about what I was just mentioning about how sometimes gay people take advantage of being gay. This is not a really good topic. Gay people are going to be mad at me. They're going to disagree. But this is my experience. This is my experience on 2 occasions with 2 different gay people. Again, I didn't grow up with gay people that I knew of. But I did have gaydar or radar for that. And later in life, I realized one of my close friends was gay because I just found them one day. Something happened, and I figured it all out, put it all together. And he's still a friend of mine to this day. And so let's get into the stories of what kind of happened. So there are many instances where gay people take advantage of their gayness. They think they can get away with things and stuff like that. And, you know, they could easily just tell somebody, it doesn't matter, I'm gay. So this friend of mine that I found out was gay, like in my late 20s or mid 20s, was really the first person that I was around a lot that I found out they were gay. No problem with it. He had a flamboyant boyfriend. You know, one of those boyfriends that was more, hey, you know, outgoing and all that other stuff. And my friend that was gay, he was more like the manly type of gay. You guys want to say, well, they ain't the bottom or he's a top or what? Sorry. But so I was dating this girl, and we went out with the gay couple to a bar, not a nightclub. We went out to a bar one night when my girl was with me or dating, not my girl, but I was dating her for a little while. And so she befriended my friend that was gay and his boyfriend while we're traveling in a car to go to this bar and to hang out. I guess it's a couple's night. So yeah. So we go to this bar in Hollywood, and then the actor from Terminator, the one of the recent ones, it was about 10 years ago, but I don't know. He was there. One of the actors from Terminator, I think it's Terminator Salvation, or basically the third one that came out. Nick, his name is Nick something. I don't know, but that actor was there at the bar. That means nothing. I just celebrity sightings that go in my head. But so now we're hanging out at the bar, and the girl that I'm dating is really flirting with me and teasing me and doing some really amazing things to let me know that she wants me, she likes me, and she's into me. So she didn't wear panties that night. I don't know why. This is the Acting Crazy and Confident podcast. I get nervous, telling these type of things, but we need to tell our stories. It made me feel good. But she didn't wear any panties one night, and she was teasing me from afar, with her legs and letting me know that I'm gonna get some nookie. I did it all for the nookie so I can get some cookie. And she was, having some cocktails with my friend's boyfriend, and they were becoming chummy. They were telling stories and whatever they were doing, and I was hanging out with my other friend, and it was a good night. They were all flirting. Well, she was flirting with me. He was flirting with his boyfriend. I don't know what they were doing, but women cling on to gay men because they're not scary. Women cling on to gay men because they're not scary. They feel comfortable with gay men. Like it's a sister. I got a sister. Which is fine. But so as the night went along, they were getting really chummy. Hugging, taking pictures. Gay guy was holding her hand, doing this, doing that. Then they went to the bathroom together. All women like to go to the bathroom with a man or a gay guy or a sister, hey, go to the bathroom with me. Then they go to the bathroom. Then they come out like 15 minutes later, whatever the case may be, and they're all giggling like something happened or it's all weird. And then we start talking. Then I found out that she showed him her nanny. And she let him, or he asked, or he touched it. Not in a sexual manner. Maybe it was a friendly manner. Maybe it's like fucking fashion. But apparently they did something like that. Then they were laughing about it, and they said what happened. And then I was livid. I was fucking livid on her behalf. Then I started getting pissed off. I'm like, why the hell would you go to the bathroom with him? Why the hell would you do that? Oh, we're just playing. We're having fun. He wanted to see how I forgot to say, he's a hairdresser. Not a pussy hairdresser, but a hairdresser. And I guess she was showing him or asking him how they should cut it, trim it, whatever the case may be. This is the story I was told. But you're dating me. If anybody should be the first person to see your nanny or touch it, it should probably be me. So I was livid. I was livid. No, it wasn't sexual or any of that stuff, Colin. It was just that stupid hairdresser, gay girl, sister, having a couple of drinks of alcohol. Oh, look at my breast. Oh, look at this. And, like whatever that stupid little games are. But I was livid, man. I was fucking livid. And I went off on him and I went off on her. That's disrespect to me. Then their excuse was, it doesn't matter. He's gay. He doesn't like women. Oh, so now he has a chance to touch women? My girl, my date? Fuck you. Fuck you. So that was one instance. And then I had another instant. Again, my life like seems to mimic itself. I had another instant, a different woman. I was dating another woman. I don't want to give out names in case they watch it. I'm still friends with these people. But now I was dating another woman. Then I hung out and we had a dinner party. I think it was like a Thanksgiving dinner party at one of my good friends' house with a bunch of people. This is not the same gay guy. But there was a couple of gay people at this Thanksgiving dinner party, Friendsgiving, whatever they called it. And I brought the girl that I was dating. But at this moment, I had a fractured foot. I was after having surgery and I wasn't able to get around a lot. So I was wearing like a walking boot and stuff post-surgery before I needed another surgery. And this is like our probably like 10th date. I guess you could technically call her my girlfriend. But we never really said it out loud. So I don't know. But she was. So we're at this Friendsgiving party. And we're eating food. People are drinking wine, having a good time. And there was these two gay gentlemen. Very flamboyant. Not a problem at all. And then as the drinks kept flowing, we had other girls around as well. Then the night went along. People started listening to music. They were getting high or drinking or whatever they do. Then there was some point in the night or during the night where my date again started to befriend one of the gay gentlemen. They were becoming buddy-buddy. Oh, let's listen to this song. Let's dance. Let's do this. Oh, Michael can't dance. He's on a walking boot, blah, blah, blah. So she became friendly with the gay person again. Now, this is after I've already had that experience that we just previously talked about. So now she is dancing and getting to know. There was two gay guys there. I think they were a couple, maybe. I don't know. But now she's dancing, and then the two gay guys had another girl. They had a roommate that they lived with, another girl. So they were becoming like a four party, dancing and laughing and drinking wine and having a good time. So then the night goes along, and I let it all happen, have a good time. You know, she doesn't really know anybody there. So she feels comfortable with the gay guys that are flamboyant. Let's dance, let's drink, let's smoke, whatever they do, which is fine. But I know a lot of the other people, a lot of actors and stuff like that. Then the lights go down. We're listening to somber music and hanging out in the living room. Next thing you know, people start touching each other. The gay guys start touching their roommate. That's right. The gay guys start touching their roommate in a sexual fashion. And then my girl was close to them, and I was with them on the couch to the other side of my girl, listening. Then one of the gay guys starts touching my girl's leg. Then the gay guy's roommate, the girl, also puts her hand on my girl's leg. Pretty much at the same time. Well, we know where this is going. They are looking for an adventure. I am not that sexually oriented at this moment in my life, even though I've had some adventures before. But no, not tonight. I'm already upset that my girl was hanging out with the gay guy more than me. holding my hand or hanging out with me or being there for me. But now I immediately said, what the fuck? When I saw this, I immediately said, what the hell? I started yelling. Oh, well, you're the buzzkill. You should have fooled around. They might have included you. Shut up. I don't want my girlfriend and in a monogamous nature to randomly meet 2 or 3 people that are gay or supposedly gay touching my girlfriend. Yes. Sensitive, jealous, don't want it to happen. Not interested. Especially with men. But so yeah, man, I my anger came out. I voiced my frustrations. Then, because of the previous instance that I talked about, I started yelling at these gay guys. How the fuck you dare befriend my girl, touch her, and apparently you introduced, they gave her some drug that night, like a marijuana or something. It might have been laced with something. I don't know what it was. THC, whatever it was that they did or smoked or snorted. I don't know what the fuck it was. But I don't like those people. So I started yelling, how dare you, this and that. Then my girl starts, he's gay. It's okay. I'm like, it's okay that they can touch you, that they can do this, go to the bathroom with you. So I brought up the previous instance. Yeah, he's gay. My sister is a lesbian. My girl said, oh, my sister is a lesbian, so it's okay. And I have a lot of gay friends. Fuck you. Fuck you. Recognize the signs. You're my date. You're my girl at this moment. And you know a lot about me. And I've told you the story. I did tell her the story of the other gay guy that touched or went to the bathroom with my other date or girl. She knew this story. So for her to continue and act like it's okay after I've explained this story to her on numerous occasions, because I talk to her a lot, fuck you. Fuck you. Guys, I'm revealing too much, man. And I kind of didn't want to do that. But hey, man, that's what you're going to get on this show. You're going to get realness. I just can't help but being real. Help but being real. So now people are going to clip this video and call me homophobe and whatever the case may be. And that's not the case. It's just a respectful manner in terms of body and other things. But I went off on my girl. I wasn't having it. I was like, I'm taking you the fuck home. You're fucking leaving. No, I'm going to stay here. You ain't staying with my friends. And then I said, if you want to stay with the gay guys and their roommate, then I know that you're possibly going to fool around. We're done. We're fucking done. She's like, no. She starts crying. No. And again, maybe I should have handled it differently. I should have had a better conversation. But at that moment, I was livid. Maybe now, at 50 years of age, I could have been like, are you interested in that? Do you like to be touched by strangers that you met earlier? Are you a swinger? Did you want to be a couple that swings? Again, that's the adultness in me to talk about it nowadays. But at this point, I'm probably like 28 years of age, 30 years of age. This is like 2000, probably 7 or 8. No, this 2009 or 10. Yeah, that's so. How many years ago is that? 17 years ago. So if I'm 50, damn, how is this 2007 or 8? Well, I met that friend in 2007. So it's probably 2008. So that's how many years from now? 15, 17. And if I'm 50, man, I must have been 35 then or something like that. 35. My math is bad. Forgive me. But still, I wasn't having it. So I just left. I just told my real friends, I said, hey, dude, this is what happened. I'm not having a good time. These people that you invited, they disrespected me all night. And I'm not having it. So I'm leaving. So I just left to go to the car. And I told my girl, I was like, you do whatever the fuck you want to do, but we're done. We're done. Then she starts crying. She comes to the car crying. She's like, please, let's talk about it. I go, we ain't talking about shit. I go, but I appreciate you coming back to the car because you're showing that you don't want to hurt me much more. Instead of staying and being a bitch and doing whatever they did, she at least had a little bit of respect for me to start crying, come down to the car. But I'm like, we're done. I'm taking you home, this and that. That's what I did. I took her home, dropped her off. She lived by USC. Dropped her off. Then I don't know, man. Kind of ended though. You know, a week or so later. I just wasn't having it. She didn't say or do all the right things after that fact. Oh, I forgot. I don't really remember it. I was kind of messed up and I don't think I cried. You were mean to me. That's all she remembered. You were mean to me. You were talking shit to me. But you can't remember that you cried. You can't remember that you disrespected me at many instances. You can't remember. But you can remember me saying some really bad words to the gay guys, right? Yeah. All right. Gotcha. We're fucking done. We're done. So I have an issue with that type of stuff. Whether you agree with me or not, I don't know. That's what it is. All right, let's move along. Dude, I haven't even looked at any chat room. Please forgive me. I'll put this on screen. Colin Madden. Thank you for the $5. Yeah, that's Dabbleverse news you're giving me. And unfortunately, I did find out that information. Again, to each their own. Whatever they did, they did. And I did a podcast with that other person recently on their network. And I ain't gonna lie. That whole thing, it rubs me the wrong way. The way everything was done, the people that did it, and I don't know. So I'm gonna stay away. From that. But I appreciate that, Colin, for trying to get me into the Dabbleverse clips. I'm sure my talking will already get me clipped. Let me try to respect some of the comments before that while I was telling my story. Brent, I got the courage to ask somebody out last week, and they said, sorry, I don't date special. Did they? They didn't say that, Brent. They did not say that. I hope this is humor, brother. I got the courage to ask somebody out last week, and they said, sorry, I don't date Special Olympic retards. I said, well, I used to be a Special Olympics, but all right, it's your loss. Well, if that was really said, dude, you are gaining confidence, Brent, and I'm fucking proud of you, brother. I'm not going to be like all the other people and say, why did you say that? You shouldn't even let them know they're. Don't even give anybody in the internet your truth because they're going to use it against you. I'm proud of you, brother. And if that person actually said that, it's not her loss. It's not her loss. Thank God you didn't even want somebody that talks to you like that in your life. Ugh, everything's itching. Damn, when I take medication, some of it makes me itch. And, oh my God, it's so ridiculous. Legends of World Class came on ESPN every day at 3 p.m. Oh, you guys are talking about wrestling. What's up, Cornette Face Russo? Good to see you, brother. John Cena will be the host of WrestleMania. Yeah, I'm going to get into all that tomorrow. I'll get into all that WrestleMania stuff tomorrow. Try to catch up on storylines and stuff. watched it a lot in the 90s and the early 2000s, the Attitude Era. Yeah, you guys are still talking about wrestling. Real Squares, what's up, my dude? Bowers is back. Yeah, thank you guys for being there for me. And I mentioned earlier, I saw your question, Colin. I just watched the beginning of this episode and I explained about my health, how I took one step forward, but it feels like 3 steps back in regards to the question you asked earlier. Not out of the woods, brother. And I thought I would be at least entering out of the woods. Now I'm deeper in the woods in terms of my health. Calm down, Mike. In both instances, seems like your women were both at fault. Yeah, if you want to place judgment, yeah, they were not respecting me. And I can totally see that, Tim. I can totally see that. But I also put it on the gay people too for not respecting boundaries. Like, if I was gay, which I'm not, but hypothetically, if I was, and I know you're not gay and you bring your girlfriend and you tell everybody, you know, or if I've known you for a little while and you present a girl that you're dating or something, I wouldn't immediately go to interact with your girlfriend and become best friends with her on night number 1. That's the problem with some of the infamous or flamboyant gay people. They think and they get away with this shit. They get away with, oh, we're going to be best friends. We're going to be best friends. Yeah. Everybody's at fault. Even me for the way I reacted. I need to be a better person. But I told y'all I was insecure. And when I'm dating a woman or I have a girlfriend or something, I'm faithful. I want to fall in love. I want to give that person my all to a fault. But now at 50 years of age, I don't know. Maybe I'm a horn dog. Maybe I'm a naughty old man. I don't know. I really don't know. But hey, it's still disrespect by all of them any way you squash it. You should have a better woman. Really? You think? Maybe they should have a better man. Can't find a better man. I had to get my Pearl Jam out. Can't find a better man. Guys, I just want to remind everybody, I technically have a goal, maybe $40. If you guys would like to super chat, PayPal, Venmo, donate, if I could hit that goal. I think I put the prize for the goal that I would do an impromptu rap or I would do singing. So if y'all feel like hooking a dude up, we can hit that $40 goal. I'll do an impromptu rap or I'll sing songs for you all. Maybe I'll pretend like I'm crunk. But I had to get my Pearl Jam out because we just recently had Coachella. Did you guys see the controversy coming out of Coachella? I went to the first Coachella and it was with Pearl Jam. Mindless, it was a Pearl Jam concert in Indio, California at the whatever golf club or polo club. But they had a Pearl Jam concert in Indio like in 92 or 93 where I went to that concert to watch Pearl Jam. And I went with my one of my best friends. He's a big time music video director. He has a company that does all the big music videos, the satanic music videos. Come on, Frank. But we went to the concert because we were both Pearl Jam fans and all that. And we took my Thunderbird. I had a Thunderbird at that time, a Supercharger Thunderbird from Ford. I think it was a 93 Supercharger Thunderbird. We drove like, 2.5 hours to Palm Springs, Indio. By the time we got there, man, we had so much traffic. We couldn't find parking. It was so fucking packed. But it's basically the first instance of them coming up with the Coachella ideas many years later. But yeah, it was on the same grounds. Now, here's an amazing story, because I was a huge Pearl Jam fan, still am. Maybe some of you guys have watched my video before. But so we go to this concert, and then we're late. We missed a couple of the opening acts. We barely found parking, and Pearl Jam's coming on in like 5 minutes, and we're barely parking, and we probably have to walk 1.5 miles. Now, I just recently bought some green Doc Martens for this event because I started moshing and stuff like that around this time. Started being a grunge alternative rocker in like 92, 93. So now we get to the concert. Me and my friend are tired. Long drive. So we start watching Pearl Jam, right? Now we're doing good. Now I start moshing, but there's like mud and some other stuff that's being created. People are dropping their water bottles on the grass or the dirt, and it's becoming mud-like. And I'm trying to mosh in the circle, you know. And then I don't know what happens, but I lose. One of my Doc Martens gets pulled off. All right? One of my Doc Martens gets pulled off. My green top, black bottom Doc Marten shoe falls off. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I got thin socks on, but still I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to find my shoe. Let me try to speed up the stories and make it a little quicker. But so Pearl Jam's playing, and somewhere around this time, all of a sudden, something gets thrown at Eddie Vedder on the stage, because I'm kind of close to the front with the gates and all that. Something gets thrown at Eddie Vedder, hits him on his shoulder, close to his neck. Then Eddie Vedder kind of stops while he's singing. Then he finishes the song. It was close to the end. Then he picks it up, and on the microphone, he goes, "What the hell hit me?" He's like, "Security, whatever. Find the person that only has one shoe or one green shoe." I don't think he knew it was a Doc Marten, but he's like, "Whoever has one shoe, find him and kill him." That was me. That was me. That's my green Doc Marten. Hit Eddie Vedder on the shoulder in a concert in Indio. Coachella -1. Okay, but after he said that, I got scared shitless. I realized where my shoe went. It hit Eddie Vedder. Now he's calling for people to like get me or mess with me or whatever he said. So I just run away. I go to the sidelines. I get out of the mosh pit. Get away from the mud. My name is Mud. Primish. My name is Mud. So I stick around for the rest of the concert. Luckily, that was toward the end. I think there was probably 4 or 5 songs left. But we get back to my car. And I was buying bootleg music back in these days from concerts, like of Red Hot Chili Peppers and stuff like that. They had stores that apparently were recording concerts and stuff like that and selling their music. So we get back to my Thunderbird, but me and my friend were tired. It's been a long night. I don't have a shoe. I can't drive because it was my right foot. And I don't want to drive barefoot all the way back to LA. And my friend just wanted to leave. He wanted me to get back into the parking right away. And I'm like, dude, I'm having trouble driving, you know, like in my sock that's muddied. So I had to take off my sock. I'm trying to drive. I'm like, let's wait here till all the cars leave. then we can get a better outage. But it would probably take another hour to get on the freeway. My friend didn't want to wait. He's tired. It's already probably 1 a.m. He wants to get home by 3 or 4. He probably had something to do the next day. So we get in a fight. And then I don't know what we're fighting on about everything. Then he pulls off his shoe. He has a Doc Marten too. And then he starts hitting me with it. Oh, you want to hit Eddie Vedder? You want to hit Eddie Vedder? We got into a mean fight. I was like, you ain't going home with me. I'm going to kick your ass out of the fucking car. And then he found out I was serious, so he stopped. He's like, oh, it isn't fun, but I want to leave. We need to fucking go. Fucking tired of this shit. Like, it was a bad night. But back to the story of the music, the underground music that they record. So a couple of days later, I was like, dude, I know somebody recorded that Pearl Jam concert in Indio in 93. Let me go to one of the stores and let me see if I can get a CD or a cassette of that concert. Because he said it on stage and he talked about the shoe. I wanted it for my forever memory. I wanted that for my forever memory. I found that concert or CD. I think it was a CD. I'm pretty sure. I found that CD at a store and it's on there. And God, I do have a bunch of CDs in one of those big zipping things with all the CDs. But I remember I did sell CDs because I needed money one time. I hope I still got it. Oh my God, I need to go through whatever little bit of stuff I have. But still, I'm just saying, what a memory for me, that Indio concert with Pearl Jam. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know where that story went, but that's one of the most coolest / hardest or weirdest memories in my life. And like I said, I've been around amazing people that millions of people never have met, or I've affected their life in some shape or form. And I do remember an instance where I was close to Eddie Vedder again, and I brought up my shoe. I was like, hey, you remember the concert? That was my shoe that hit you. And he's like, oh, yeah. I'm sure he didn't understand or hear me. But I wish I could find that shoe again and frame it, put that CD in there, make a memorabilia out of it. I don't know. Josh from Jersey, what's up, my brother? Slowchella. Yeah, Coachella just happened recently. They had Devo on there, and I didn't know the helmets for Devo were called energy portals. Devo used to live in the 80s by my school, my elementary school. Devo had a house there, or one of the guys from Devo, right on the same street. I would walk home from elementary, like in the 5th or 6th grade, when I was doing Glee Club and stuff like that. I would walk home, and that was called the Devo house, because we knew the guy that lived there was one of the members of Devo. And sometimes you would see that red helmet outside. Now, people were telling me that was probably a plastic red potted plant that was upside down. But as a kid, like in the early 80s, I was like, that's fucking Devo. And I was told from other people, that's the Devo house. But again, they might have just had the helmet, but still, interesting stories. But Coachella looked kind of fun. I think Coachella's happening this weekend again, too. It might be on tonight. There's a lot of controversy with Justin Bieber. Apparently, he did karaoke, listening to his a cappella tracks on the computer with it on screen behind him, and he did karaoke. I don't know. Then, what's her name? Sabrina Carpenter. Espresso, looking at me, and didn't espresso. I met Sabrina Carpenter just a couple years ago. We had an acting class reunion for our acting class with a lot of old school actors. And Sabrina Carpenter was there because she was in the acting school after I was, of course, but with the same teachers, Patrick and some other people that were our acting school teachers. So she was at the barbecue reunion, and that's where I met her. And she was famous at this moment. She was off of Boy Meets World or Girl Meets World or whatever show that was. And some of the other actors from Boy Meets World were there. But that's where I met Sabrina Carpenter. I barely met her, introduced myself. Then I didn't really know who she was till after the event. I go, oh. Then I saw her on Saturday Night Live like 5 months later or 6 months later or a year later, whenever it was. And then she sang Espresso, looking at me, Espresso. I kind of hung out with Katy Perry back in the days too, a lot too. Before now, apparently she's touching Ruby Rose and other people. And before she went to space is fake, y'all. I need to do a NASA video. But man, I've met some people in my life that's just really interesting that I could look back on and that I hung out with. And I helped Katy Perry move. I literally helped her move. Right at 2000, I think it was 2008. Right at that time when her album came out. That's when I was hanging out with a lot of like musicians and actors and going to houses and friendsgivings and house parties and hanging out with a lot of these people. And then I lived next to a U-Haul place. And we helped Katy Perry move from like an apartment. She was living with this guy, a roommate with this guy and this girl, her friend. And then her album was coming out. We went to a couple of her early concerts of a cappella before her album dropped. Then I helped get her a U-Haul with a couple of friends of hers, and we moved some things to a house. Then I went to her birthday party. Who was the other friend that I met with her at her birthday party? I was good friends with her, Katy Perry's best friend as well, Shannon. And then what was the blonde girl that's suing everybody? I don't know. There was another blonde artist that became famous. I don't think they're no longer friends. But hey, man, it was kind of cool, man. I hung out with a bunch of people, and when Katy Perry was making her house party music video, I forgot the name of the song, the house party music video, it had one of the actors from Glee as a cameo. Katie's best friend and her production manager for the music video, I guess Katie recommended for me to be in that party scene of the house party and maybe be a cameo. But they called me. They said, "Are you available on this date?" I told them yes. They said, "Okay, we're going to give you the address. Come on down. You may be featured in Katie's video." And I was like, cool. And then I don't know what happened, but then the production manager or whatever never gave me the address. So I'm at home and I'm like, damn, I think they're filming at that house today, that all that stuff. Maybe they last minute decided not to invite me because they brought in the Glee kid. He was more famous at the time. The skinny guy with glasses from Glee. The one that's in the wheelchair. But either way, I hung out with a few people around that time. Mia, her name was DJ M.I.A. She was Katy Perry's best friend as well. I hung out with Mia a lot. They got their own like cologne line, whatever. I don't know why I'm living through memories. I appreciate that, man. These are just my stories. Jessica, good night, beautiful. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm probably only going to be online another 24 minutes. But I appreciate everybody coming online with me and hanging out and telling stories. And again, you guys run the show. So any super chats, changing topics, I will see quicker than normal. And yeah. Danny, what are we talking about? Danny Cookshoe? Danny was also in a short-lived band with Blake called Sheriff. Did the W... I don't know if I should put that on screen. What did... That's a retro TV show arc, right, Colin? WKRP guy, the actor or whatever. I don't know. But I remember the episode of Different Strokes was about that character called Dudley. Now, Colin Madden is trying to make fun of my lisp. You're not being a good egg tonight, Colin. Devo's Going Under was featured on season 1 of Miami Vice. Dude, I need to watch some of these old shows again. I really need to watch them. Are they like the newer shows today where they have an arc? Like one story will bleed into 5 stories later, or the next episode where there's a continued arc and then there's a conclusion, you know, at the season finale, then another arc for the next season. Do these shows like Miami Vice or what was the other one, The A-Team, do they have arcs like that? Maybe they did 2 episodes, but did they ever have long-term arcs like they do in TV nowadays? Just wondering, asking for a friend. You ever meet Maitland Ward? No, but I know her name. I know her name. Oh, God, I just touched myself and I forgot to mention. Dude, I'm getting blisters. After whatever the doctors or whatever they shot me up with, I've been getting blisters this past week on my fingers. Like touching the phone so much and whatever I'm doing, cutting vegetables or whatever I've been doing, the next day I'm getting blisters, like little blisters. And I know that it's a form of diabetes too, you know, where the blood flow doesn't go there correctly. And you got to really take care of blisters because they could become worse. So I'm a little bit nervous, man. I've had now 3 or 4 blisters ever since going to the hospital and doing some stuff. Never really had it before. I'm sure I've had it back in the days. I think I had it on my foot and a couple of other things. And I'm sure I've had a blister a long time ago. But all of a sudden, 3 or 4 of them on different fingers within a couple of weeks, 3 weeks out of visiting hospitals and being shot up with who knows what. Scaring the heck out of me. Now, I added a 4th blister because I was making a bean and cheese quesadilla yesterday, and I put some oil on a skillet instead of cooking it in the air fryer, which I normally do because it's quick and it crisps up the tortilla. I decided to put it, not that I have a stove, but I have whatever those little metal things are that heat up, the little burner. And I put some oil in a skillet, a little bit of olive oil. No, was it olive? It was avocado oil. And of course it had canola, which is a seed oil. I'm trying to avoid that. It was like half and half or 70-30, whatever the hell it was. But I put the oil in there. Now I'm making up a quesadilla with a little bit of cheese, not a lot, and some refried beans, refried black beans. And then I got tomatoes and onions, and it's good. I make 2 of them when I do it. But I was going to flip over the tortilla, and I got it real hot, and it had oil. This is the first time I put oil in it in a long time. I used to use margarine or whatever I had, but I tried to buy something that was healthier. But I realized it was like only probably 20% avocado oil and 80% canola oil, but whatever. But long story short, put in the quesadilla, it's getting hot. So now I have to flip it. And I couldn't find a spatula right at that given moment. And I was like, the tortilla was kind of picked up at the end where I could just pick it up real quickly and flip it over. It's a little bit tight. It's already melting and, you know. So I put my thumb down. Then, you know, I start trying to grab the tortilla by the edge. Then I flip it. Then 2 seconds later, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a little bit of a blister, and I burnt the edge of my thumb from the oil in the pan, and now it's blistering a day later. And it was painful for like 5 minutes. It was painful. But yeah, so now apparently I got one blister that's dying down, a second blister that's dying down, a third small blister that's dying down or starting to grow. I don't know. Then I got my thumb blister now from burning it. This shit is getting scary to me, y'all. I've been feeling some things I've never felt after going to the doctors. All right, let me see if I can get to some other comments. Good night, Jessica. What's up, malevolent bystander? Appreciate you. Good to say hello. I recommend if you want to hear some interesting stories for your verse, go back to maybe an hour ago where I tell some interesting stories that you guys might have enjoyed. Malevolent, I'm not going to talk about any of that stuff because I'm trying to stay away from the evilness of that world as best as possible. But if you want a tip for it, I'll definitely give you an answer. Saw a video on YouTube where Beverly Hills Rodeo Drive has been hit with homeless weakers and winos. Dude, LA is going to shit. LA is going to shit. It already has. It already has. What's up, Gypsy Magi? Good to see you. I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. All of this shit is a show, just like the real world. It's all a show. It's all a gig. It's all a gag. But in their hearts, people are kind of evil and rude, and I just don't want to fuck with them. Stay out of their world. Don't give them what they want. Fuck them. Fuck them. But they have every right to clown me, make fun of me. But when they try to say people are lying or this or that, they don't know the truth. They're not really around. They're just speculating. But when it gets personal, when people do things or talk about family or other things, that's a little bit off the beaten path. Make fun of me all you want, but at least try to respect somebody that I love. Don't even bring them up because it has nothing to do with your world. But that being said, there is an issue with the guy, the quartering. I've watched a few of his videos, Jeremy and the group, the Kino Casino. Apparently, Jeremy is being accused of swinging, cucking, whatever the terms are nowadays. And I guess he struck down a channel, or he threatened to struck down their channel because he felt like he was being bullied because they brought his wife into it. Again, that's what the online videos were saying. I feel you, Jeremy, though. It sucks when they bring up your loved ones into anything. But you can't respond the way you did. You made it worse. Then you started trying to gain the power by talking about how you're going to strike their channels. And that's a no-win scenario for anybody. Unfortunately, that's the way people make their money. Making fun of people, making fun of shows, podcasts, actors, comedians, whatever, public people. That's what they do. That's how they make their money. Whether I agree with it or not, whether it's actual comedy, which in my opinion it's not, it's hatred. That's how they make their money. But flagging people that talk about you in a negative manner, yeah, it's kind of like a slippery slope you shouldn't do. Now, if it's every video, everything you do or say like Jim and them does to Corey Feldman. They still have the right to do it. But man, there's a point where it's like, huh? Y'all are obsessed. Y'all are fucking obsessed. But hey, if you can make a living off of one person, I don't know. I don't know whether it's right or wrong. But like, congratulations. But eventually, you got to have another person or other things to make money off of. And there's got to be a point where you like just get tired of messing with somebody. I don't know. It's just, but that's where I say they're obsessed. They're obsessed. But for people like Corey and Jeremy and me on occasion, we shouldn't respond. We should just try to move along. But we all want to be, some of us want to be loved and respected, and we're not going to get that from these people. We're not going to get it. No matter what we try to do, no matter how hard we try to do it. And then sometimes people feel the need to prove the other person wrong. You said lies about me. That's not how it happened. This is what actually happened. I never said that. This is what I said. Now they want to debunk or fight against the other person. They want to be proven right. They want to prove the other person is lying. Fuck, man. Find another hobby. For the people that are being harassed, find another hobby. Stay away from these people. It's not good for you. I'm talking to myself as well. See, I'm into my own thoughts right now. But yeah, striking people for that, it's a slippery slope, man. Now, I get it. I get it. If you make a video and you put it behind a paywall, or you make it private or unlisted or for members only or something, and if somebody takes the entire clip and downloads it, then plays it off of their computer because your video is unlisted or private, I don't know, man. YouTube needs to look at that. Is that transformative, or is that stealing content that is unlisted, where they download it and they play it? And if it is behind a paywall, maybe it's for members only, like top tier members. Maybe you have one top tier member for like $30 a month, $50 a month, $100 a month, whatever it is. And you make a specific video for that audience or that one person. Then if they take that video and watch it on their show or their podcast and react to it, is that transformative? Is that copyrighted content? Because it's behind a paywall for one freaking person? And then the person that made that video, that put it in that tier, was hoping people would join their YouTube for that tier to pay that money to watch that video. So now the one or two people that are watching that video on their show that's now public, but they're watching that private unlisted video and now sharing it with hundreds or thousands of people that are possibly not going to buy the membership for that person's channel and watch that video. Is that copyrighted content? Is that a suable offense? I don't know, man. I hope there's a lawsuit out there with that exact scenario, or the couple of scenarios that I've mentioned where they download it, it's unlisted or private, and you sent it to a couple of people, privatized it, then those people downloaded it or sent it to another and they watch the video, or it's in a tier, whatever the scenario is, I think there needs to be some legal framework to explain that. But again, YouTube, who knows with YouTube? Yeah, it's just interesting shit to me. Maybe you guys don't think that's interesting, but I do, because I do have the mindset where, like, I've posted videos and made it for members only, and they play my content. And then there's been times where, like, I make it private or unlist it, and then the content somehow a couple of days later still makes it on, somebody's channel or show. And I mean, it is kind of true. The internet is always forever. But if you initially put it for one person in a membership tier or 5 people, do they have the right to distribute it and critique it and watch it? I don't know. Fascinating concept. You guys let me know what's going on. All right, let me get back to your stuff, because I think we're being either, what's the word, stream sniped by somebody in the verse, or somebody posted on Twitter or Instagram for all the people to come here and hang out with me, say hello, and get some Dabbleverse content. I'm not trying to do that. But if you guys want me to go off into some of these topics, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Y'all going to have to pay for it. Send me some PayPal, Venmo, or Suprchatz with a decent amount of money, and I'll do it. But that's not really what this podcast is for. This podcast is for me in the future to hopefully have guests. Every month I'm going to have members as guests. And my Bower Puff friend group and some amazing people, where we just act crazy and confident with tell our stories, whether they're about gay people like I talked about earlier or whatever. We just tell some stories. We tell some stories, our experiences, our feelings, and we're confident to put it online. You get it. A lot of people hide the truth or their stories, or they don't want to talk about it because it's not politically correct. I need this podcast for my sanity. And again, I'm normally 100% insecure individual. I don't have thick skin. I don't like most of it. But whenever I do this podcast, whenever you see it acting crazy and confident, that's when I'm 50% strong. And I'm only at 50% insecurity. Okay? So get it while you can. Get it while you can. But that's what this podcast is about for me. And it's not like the other podcast where all they want to do is hate and watch clips and make fun of everything people say or do, and then create content, create legal dramas, legal battles. Yeah, it's not what this show is about. But for the people that come every once in a while, no pun intended, I didn't mean sexually. For the people that come every once in a while and hang out with me, maybe they try to get to know me a little bit, I appreciate you. I love y'all, and I hope for the best for each and every one of you. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on that type of lawsuit, internet, copyright stuff that we just mentioned. And I'm trying not to block people. I had a habit of blocking almost everybody that I didn't agree with or I didn't like. Or maybe Brent would do that, my moderator. Hopefully he doesn't do it much more. I think he's watching the Hall of Fame right now, the Wrestling Hall of Fame thing. But I'm trying my best to not block people for words. But I just don't want to see it. When it's directed toward me or fed toward me on a podcast, I'll be honest with y'all, man, I hate watching it. Even though some of it might be funny technically or truthful about my character, I want to see myself in a better light than they share with me. Sometimes they hold a mirror up to you. I get it. They hold a mirror and they just say, hey, this is who you are. This is how you talk. This is what you do. And I get it. Sometimes we don't like looking in that mirror. But at other times, they take the mirror, but they hold up an askew mirror. They hold up an askew mirror from their perspective with their one good eye and their one good ear. And they think they heard something different than they did, or they speculate, or they make attacks that are now personal, not only about you, but about your friend group, your family. Fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous. But they never want to share their truth and their stories because they know they would get killed even by their own fans if they did, because you can't show weakness to these people. Anytime you tell a story, they're going to try to laugh at it, make fun of it, call you gay, homophobic, whatever the case may be. But they never share their truth. And then when they do, they get lambasted. So that's why they shy away from it. They sit in their chair, they smoke, they drink, and then they watch clips. And they don't bring it to their real life. But occasionally they mess up. And then it all comes back at them. Then they disappear. Then they get offline for a little bit because they can't handle it. But they like to give it, but they can't handle it. But they'll never admit they can't handle it. They'll say it's all good. But we know y'all are crying too, like little bitches. And we're making you feel at times too, the way you make us feel 95% of the other time. Again, people are people. So what can it be? You and I together in some properly. Who sings that song? People are people. So why should it be? You and I together. Whatever. All right. Did I see Brittany Venti? Gummo dude. Are you Gummy Chainsaw? I wanted to meet that dude and say hello and thank him for the wrestling video that he made of me a year or so ago. Brittany Venti, I think she's in that quartering issue. Is Brittany Venti a man? That's a live streamer? Wasn't she on Tim Pool or something like that back in the days? Is she a man? Like a politic man that's a woman or something? I don't know. There's the girl named Melanie Mack that I learned who she was through the quartering drama and Kino Casino. Whoa, buddy! Those guys are entertaining for a little while. But after a while, I'm like, I don't know. I want to hear some stories about adventures or personal, stories, or talk about movies, TV shows, not all the drama all the time. But they're very entertaining. And when they wear their little Halloween costumes and stuff, it's fun. Malevolent bystander, there's no such thing as bad publicity. I have to disagree, man. Publicity will make you money in the short term, no matter if it's bad or good. And people, their eyes will be open and they're going to come and check you out for the drama, the content, whatever's going on. But long term, whatever the situation is, sometimes you might not get a job in the future because of it. Or your employers will look it up and they won't even tell you. They'll be like, yeah, no, he possibly did something or this hurt him. And then maybe you don't get that job. Even as an actor, a producer, a casting director, somebody might not even hire me. An agent might not even take me, into their agency to represent me. And remember back in the days, some of this stuff was happening. Some conventions, whether you're on the left side or the right side of politics or your opinions, they were not letting some actors go to conventions to sign autographs. They were like, I don't like your politics. So in a weird way malevolent? I would have to disagree. I would have to disagree. Gypsy Magi. E-Magi. No, Gypsy Magi. Good job. Keep it up. Chillin'. Oh, you were letting me know. That's funny. Let me read this. Hatred is just dirta backwards. It is. Tiara. I can't really see the picture too well, so I'm afraid to put it on screen. But I can get the power to come on as a guest, bro. Dude, I hate it when people say that word, bro, especially from women, if you are a woman. Embrace it. You will make more money. Yeah, in the short term. This is coming from a Dabbleverse 1267. Embrace it. You will make more money. No, you're completely right. I get it. But I have a hard time embracing what I consider evil and hatred. And I don't know, man. I'm sorry. It's how I was built. It's how I was built, man. I toe the line a lot of times. A lot of times I'll put up with it to make some money. But then most of the other times I have anxiety. I don't like it. I'm an insecure person. So look, whether you want, I know who I am at this stage and age of my life. So if you all want to accept me for how I am, I got to stay away from my own mental health as best as possible. Oh, Brett, you're still online. I don't think I blocked anybody. I tied a couple people out. That's about it. But I can remember that. Just let people talk in the chat. Yeah, time people out. And if I see it really bad, I'll block them myself. Sorry, I'm trying to respect the regular chat. Am I coming to the East Coast? It's funny that you brought up that question right now. I have a meeting on Sunday about some conventions starting in July and August on the East Coast. But again, I thought I was going to be at a better point with my health for those events that I'm possibly going to do. But now I'm really worried about my health. Like I said, I took one step forward to address an issue, and I thought I was going to be healthier, but now 3 steps have happened to me, and I'm really concerned. So I have to have a meeting with my convention agent that we were booking conventions for me on the East Coast, and I was going to try to do a couple out here on the West Coast closer, starting in like end of May, in June, maybe one in May, one in June, one in July, one in August, up until football season. So my convention agent has been working on it, and I got invited to 3 of them. But now I have to, coming off of the hospital stuff, I have to talk to the convention agents and let them know the new problems. And I fucking don't even know if I'm going to be healthy enough to travel. And I need to make money. It's one of my only outlets. Fuck, man. Because I could make at least 1,500 every convention. Because that's my guarantee for every convention. Whether it's a 2-day or a 3-day, my guarantee is 1,500. Sorry. Actually, my guarantee is 1,500 for 1 day, and it's 2,000 for 2 days. So that's why if they book me on a 2-day convention, I make a little bit more, and they get it a little bit cheaper, you know. But yeah, that's my guarantee is 1,500, plus they got to pay for travel, hotel, food. But to answer your question, Gypsy, I don't know. Stay tuned to this channel, and I'll let you all know. And I'm sure the Dabbleverse people will come and try to film me and make jokes and troll me. But please do it in good fun. No violence. And I'll still do my best to take a picture with you and try to be as happy as I am to shake your hand and show you a different side of me to where hopefully you don't hate me as much. That's my character. Now, Corey Feldman should take this exact knowledge with the Jim and them people. I know it hurts him. I know it hurts him. I know it hurts him. I talked to Corey. Not a lot, but I know it hurts him. And he feels it bleeds into his personal life with his family, his son. And that's a really scary point to be in when you feel like your loved ones are being attacked. Not only his music or his tweets or videos. It's a scary point. But I know they do that to Corey Feldman, with whatever their slogans are, their sayings. I got the toilet taco thing, and I'm sure I got many other things. But instead of just immediately kicking them out or whatever the case may be, I don't know, sign their autograph, take a picture with them, even if they're in a shirt. Well, you know what? If they had a shirt that's really disgusting or really bad and it really affects me or Corey personally, I would tell that person, hey, look, I know what that shirt you're wearing is. I will not take a picture with you wearing that shirt. It actually offends me. So you could either have your money back or you can cover the shirt and we could take a picture. I'm proud to meet you. And let's move along. That way you're being kind of half nice. But I don't know. I think Corey should deal with it better. And I told him that recently. Because we both feel we've been harassed by multiple people for years. And it hurts. It sucks. It hurts. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to listen to it. I got to teach myself, stay the fuck away. So yeah, that was a talk I had with Corey just recently. I don't know if he'll heed the advice. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, we got a super chat. Hey, thank you guys for that. I appreciate that. Thank you. You're still online? I was supposed to get offline like 10 minutes ago. Wow. When I start telling stories, I just talk and talk and talk, man. Hopefully, guys, I'm entertaining. Hopefully, you guys enjoy listening to my stories and my talking when I personalize everything. But more importantly, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me on a Friday night. I thought last night was Friday. I live stream on my Raider channel to talk about the NFL draft. I thought it was Friday. That's how out of it I was mentally. How out of it I was mentally. You talk with the Fel Dog in text messages and stuff and audio stuff. A little bit. Yeah. Maybe it should be you. Could you get a friend or someone you trust to travel with you in case you need help? It's a good point. That's something I'm going to need to talk about with my convention agent and or the people running the events, because it's going to cost them more money if I request another person for my caregiving to be with me. It's going to cost them another $500, $600, $700, for like maybe another hotel room or the same hotel room, but another plane ticket and stuff like that. It's going to cost the convention people more money. or I'd have to pay out of my pocket. And I'll be honest, I don't know if I can afford to do that. I don't know if I can afford to do that. I'm also looking into retirement in terms of, getting money from my union of retirement, talking to some of them about some of that situation, because I don't know what I'm going to have to do, to earn some money moving forward. And I'm also thinking about, with the information I got, I definitely have some disabilities, and I don't know if it's actually considered a disability yet, what is going on with me, or if it will become a complete disability. I don't know. So again, living in California, if you are technically, legally a disabled individual by doctors or whoever standards, you can apply for disability. I don't know how that works. Like, if you got disability, could you still be an actor? I don't know. Could you still be a podcaster? Because that's technically working. You're able to work on a podcast and earn money. I don't know. Are you allowed to get that money on top of disability? Are you allowed to do that? Would that consider you not disabled? I don't know. I got a lot of fucking questions. Maybe you guys know the answers. I don't currently. Some interesting shit to think about and talk about. I had no idea Corey had a kid. Yeah, he has a son, like a 23 or something year old son. I know if you have a disability pay, I know if you have disability pay in Ohio, you can work, but only make $1,500 a month. Okay, that's interesting. And we already are. We already are. Very, very soon. Summertime is coming up. So we're all going to go on vacations. You know what I mean. Jelly bean. Makes me sick how Steve Grillo was trashing Mikey. I wasn't born yesterday. I wasn't born yesterday. It didn't happen. If it did happen, send me the clip in DMs. But either way, I don't care. I honestly don't know really who he is. I have heard of him recently because, I peruse the clips every once in a while. It's in my algorithm. And apparently he was a Howard Stern producer, writer, something like that. But yeah, it didn't happen. And if it did, share with me the clip. And I'll put that on screen. I'm not even going to talk about it because I don't want to give them anything. But where was it? I saw it a second ago and I wanted to put it on screen. Just because I completely agree with you. It wasn't even a choice for me. Was not interested, never will be interested, no matter how much fake money they throw at me, no matter how they pretend to be my friends. The one person running it, maybe a couple of people running it, I just don't want to be in their circle. I just don't want to be in their circle. I know I am, but I don't want to be. I hope they made their money. I hope they had some good adventures. But yeah, that's it for me. Maybe we should make a Bauer Mania. That'd be kind of fun. I don't know what it would entail. Hopefully some actual entertainment. Did I just insult Hackamania? Clip it. He's talking shit. Make fun of him and his shirt and his health condition. Make fun of his father. Make fun of everything about him. Fuck him. How dare you? I'm going to do a show. I'm going to put his name in the title. I'm going to call him DonkeyLips. Am I making you feel, bitch? Yeah. But are they making me feel? Yeah, I have no qualms about saying it. I'm an insecure person. It bothers me. I don't like to see it. And you make me feel. And I don't want to feel bad about myself. So that's why I try to stay away as best as possible. All right, that being said, are you being crazy and confident again? I guess I am. You're going to get little fucking moments with me. Y'all are going to get little moments with me. But again, thank you guys, everybody coming online. We went from about 20 to 22 to about 40. I appreciate that. But again, if you guys want to send me $2 super chats like Stuttering John, I'll take anything I can get. I'm humble enough to say it. I'm only going to be online about 12 more minutes, y'all. I'm starting to burn out. And that's one thing that I realized about my life is like my body breaks down with all the issues, and I only have like 3 to 4 to 5 hours of 50% of energy to do anything. So I've realized one of my patterns in life is whenever I wake up, I don't know how I'm feeling until an hour later when I do get out of bed and start to do something productive. But I typically, on a good day, I only have 3 to 5 hours of energy, until my body starts to break down and whatever else happens. So it's kind of scary that I have to plan my life around when I wake up. I have to get a lot of sleep. I have to drink a lot of water. I have to eat the foods that agree with my stomach or my body. I have to cut out sugar completely, not even have decaffeinated coffee. And then I feel good, like after a week of that. Then when I wake up, I'm feeling decent. I'm like, oh my God, I'm alive. I'm doing decent. And then I have to put in whatever work I got to do. Emails. I got to try to do a podcast. I should update my store. I got to talk to convention agents. I'm trying to do a Hollywood comeback. So there's a lot of little things and stuff I've been doing. Plus I'm writing a comedy show, like a one-man show that I want to do. I don't know if it'll be this year or next year, but I'm writing a comedy show for myself with characters and skits. But I literally only have, on good days, 3 to 5 hours of feeling decently. Then my body breaks down. I have to lie down. It's fucking scary. And just recently, the doctor explained why that's happening and all the issues and the diseases and the autoimmune and everything that I've had. And I'm like, it all makes sense now. And there's no cure for some of this stuff. You can try to slow it down, but there's no cure for some of these feelings. So, but yeah, man, I wish I was back in my 20s or even 30s, where you wake up every day with confidence. You feel like the world's your oyster. You got a little bit of money. You're still doing semi-decently in your career. You're driving around, hanging out with people, buying football cards, baseball cards, comic books. You're celebrating. You're doing some cool shit. You're traveling, trying to pick up on girls, trying to find a wifey, trying to have some cool-ass adventures. And then all of a sudden, you lose almost everything: your health, your family, your money, your career. Then you're 50 years of age in an apartment without a kitchen, barely affording it. And then you get sad. You get sad at life. And then you got health issues and everything else. And it feels like you can't come back. A lot of people in the Dabbleverse are living this same stuff or existence, but they don't want to admit it. They say, "Oh, I got money, I got a Saab, I got a Lexus, I got a Toyota, I got a Tesla." None of these, not most of these people are real with themselves. They just promote fortune and how well they're doing. And yeah, a lot of them are in the same boat that I am. Scared for their future, scared for their career, scared for their wallets, but they can never admit it. So I'm a better man. I am a better man. Because I'm in touch with my feelings and I'm self-aware. And I'm proud of everything I have. I'm not happy with it. I want more. I need to do more. But I'm struggling. So we're going to leave it at that. That's tonight's episode. What's up, Pest? What's up, Pest? Good to see you, brother. Even though you're adding to the content in that fucking universe. So I'm going to get going in about 8 minutes, 7 minutes. So get it. If you feel like Super Chat and PayPal, Venmo, I'd appreciate it. If not, no worries. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Tough to a disability lawyer. Talk to a disability lawyer. They won't charge you until you get your initial payout, and then they can only take up to 25%. But there's going to be a lot of doctor visits and conversations to also learn about that stuff. In Pennsylvania, you can make $2,500 on disability. Again, I don't know if I'm truly disabled, if any of the ailments that are happening, or I don't know if they're of a disability oriented. Now, the people online in the Dabbleverse are going to be, look at him. He's trying to complain. He's trying to call himself a disability. He's trying to get disability like a little bitch. He's fucking trying to milk the system. That's all he does. You know, he has social services. He gets, food stamps because he's low income, and fuck him. I work for my money. I don't do any of that stuff. I'm better than you. He's a grifter. He's a crybaby. Fuck you, man. Shut your fucking mouth. Everybody's situation is not known because they don't talk about it. Like I just said, they don't talk about their truth and reality. I guarantee you there's some Dabbleverse people that are struggling financially. They use things to help them. They get gifts from people or whatever. They use whatever the hell they can to progress in life, to move forward one day at a time. And the other people look down upon them and make fun of them and speculate and call them a waste of the American system and all that other shit. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Dude, I had this with actor friends of mine. And this is the last story I'm going to say for tonight's episode. And I'm going to find out who you people are moving forward. Some of you. But I was going to auditions as an actor for commercials and this and that. And I started to meet a lot of actors while we're in the waiting room, whatever the case may be. And then I befriended one. He's still a great friend of mine now. But I met him and he goes, "Oh my God, you're him. You're MichaelRayBower. You're the dude I've seen in these movies or this or that or whatever the case is." He's like, "Oh my God, I'm so proud to meet you. Like I'm a big fan, or, like I look up to you a little bit." Because he was another like chubbier person. And I'm like, "Oh, thank you." Then I saw him at other auditions, because now he has an agent and we're doing some of the same auditions. So we became friendly. And then we started to get to know each other. Then he started talking about his money problems, how he's struggling. He hasn't really booked a lot of jobs. And he's like, "What do you do?" He goes, "I know you're rich or you have a lot of money because I saw you on all those shows." And I was like, "Man, you're in my community as an actor. You should know how much we actually make. And I go, bro, I'm struggling as hell too. There's times in my life where I got a decent amount of money and I feel like the king. Then 2 months later or 3 months later, that money disappears. You pay bills, you do this, you do that, it's gone. Now you're struggling. And I'm like, dude, I'm in the same boat. And then I told him, I go, hey, are you on unemployment? I go, are you on unemployment? He goes, no. I go, dude, I get like $200 and something $10 right now based off of my employment history the previous year or two. And I get like $200 every week. It might have been every 2 weeks, but still, it was a little bit of money from unemployment because I'm technically unemployed. And he didn't know about that. So I told him, I go, dude, the system created these social services and these things for people to have money when they're unemployed or when they need help. You're an actor. We're in the worst industry possibly in the world in terms of making money or having a job. We might only get a job one time a year. And yeah, you made $3,000 for one day, but that's all you made in that entire year. Again, other actors might not even get a job for an entire year. They just can't seem to get a job. So how do they have to make income? So they have to be, have another job on the side, working probably part-time to supplement their income. Again, not every story is like that, but some people do that. And I did that as well. I worked at comic book shops. I did little things here and there part-time to make money when I didn't have it. And I've had multiple jobs in my life. Did they all stick through? Could I handle them all? No. Because it's not my life. I'm not meant for that type of work. I can't do it. That's no knock to me. But so I was talking to this friend and, he was telling me all that. And I was like, hey, man, you can get a part-time job. And he's like, but he goes, can I still get unemployment? I'm like, I don't know about if you have a part-time job, but if you're actually not working a part-time job or a full-time job, but if you're only an actor and you're going from job to job, like every 5 months or hoping for a job, I go, legally, you can get unemployment. You can get unemployment. You were not fired. Sometimes you can't get it if you were fired, but if the job ended, your employment ended one day on a movie, a commercial, whatever the case is, and you earned actual income and you pay your taxes, which they take a lot of taxes from acting, I go, you can earn unemployment. I go, when was your last, real job? He goes, oh, probably like 2 months ago. I got like a couple of $1,000s for a commercial or something like that. I go, well, you can do extra work under the union or you can get a part-time job, but I go apply for unemployment. And then I told him what to tell them. You have to tell them you're an actor, that your job ended, and you go from job to job to job. Sometimes you don't work for a year. Sometimes you don't work for 5 months, but you are paying taxes and you are legally making money and you can get those benefits because that's what employers pay for, especially in the acting or studio community. So I told him about that. He's like, dude, if I could get, a couple of $100 a week or every 2 weeks, that would be golden. And I go, it's all based off of how much money you made of employment in the last 4, 5, 6 months. But I go, you know what? As an actor, check it out. If even you get an extra $50 a week, dude, take it. It is your right. And you are technically unemployed. It is your motherfucking right. Then, as an actor, I also taught him this because I learned it the hard way. Whenever we would fill out our W-2s and we get a job, we have to fill out a W-2 every job. They would ask us our deductions, how many dependents And, you can claim yourself as a dependent. That's one person as a dependent, yourself. But I learned a trick through my agency. It's not a trick. It's legal. And that's what rich people do. They learn the legal tricks to make more money or to get more money or to save money. So I'm not doing anything wrong here. It's not illegal. But I learned that I can claim up to 9 people on my W-2, not my taxes at the end of the year. I can claim 9 people on my one job W-2. Because what that means is it technically could mean I have 10 or 9 dependents, which is not factual. But it gives you more money and they take out less money in your taxes if you claim the allowance of 9 people. And that tells that company or for that moment that I need money now. I know if they take out money, I'll get it back at the end of the year, but I don't want to wait till the end of the year when I do my taxes. I need as much money right now to pay my bills. So for this job today on this single W-2, I'm claiming 9 dependencies. And it's a legal loophole. Yes, you'll get less money back at the end of the year because they took out way less taxes. But it's not illegal, and it doesn't mean I have 9 dependents. It just means for this job or these next 2 or 3 jobs, I'm going to fill out 9 dependents because I need more money right now. Then at the end of the year, when you do your taxes, and it's tax day the other day, then at the end of the year, now you have to be truthful. You have to tell them, I have 1 dependent or no dependents. And depending if you take care of your father, your brother, you get it. But they're not going to read in one of my previous jobs that I claimed 9, it's not illegal. They're reading the tax statement at the end of the year where I'm being honest and I'm claiming no dependents or myself as a dependent. And again, I might not get as much money back this year because I claimed 9 dependents on other jobs. And I might owe depending on financial situations. But that's what that means. So I taught my actor friend about that as well. I go, dude, if you're hurting for money, get some unemployment to the best of your abilities. And you are limited income. And if I was telling him nowadays, I'd be like, get on social services, dude. Get EBT. You're limited income. You're an actor. We're in the worst industry in the world. Take whatever benefits you can to continue to pursue your fucking dream as an actor, an entertainer, or whatever the hell you're doing. These are laws and things put in place to help people out. And then people say, well, you're not poor. You're an actor. I'm a poor actor that needs social services. Oh, but you weren't poor all the time. Oh, how dare you? You're a grifter. Fuck you. When rich people take, gifts and stuff from the government and legal loopholes and all that other shit, and even some of the rich people, they put their money in charities and communities, and then they even get EBT or unemployment at times just to add a little bit of more income because legally they can. Are they bad people? Are they grifting off of the system? So when a poor actor does it, you guys want to complain and call me a waste of life, huh? So are those people waste of life? Yeah, we can be mad at the rich, really rich people for doing it, but you also got to say they're smart as hell. They're using the system to their advantage with their money. So if they can use the system, fuck it, I'm going to do it too. but I'm actually using it for help. But yeah, that's what life is about. That's the reality of life. And I wish I was better financially. I wish I was better with health. I wish I didn't spend money. I wish I saved more. I wish I knew how to invest. But I never really had that much money to begin with. People think I did, but I never did. The most money I ever made in one single check or sitting, $75,000. I think the most money I made in 1 year was like 140,000 1 year. That's the most I've ever made throughout my career. And it only happened for 1 year. Yeah, the next year might have been like 70,000, 80,000. Then the following year, 40 or 30. But I'm living off of like 25,000 a year. Maybe even less. And I don't know how I'm doing it. So that's it for me for tonight. I'll take a couple looks at your chat real quick. Hope you guys appreciate my stories, but I got to get on out of here. Have I tried taking vitamin B12? Yes, I got a vitamin and mineral and a bunch of shots, and I'm on a bunch of pills and medication right now. You can do it. Yeah, Social Security benefits happen when I'm like 61, though. I think that's what I was talking about earlier about retirement and stuff. Karma Police. I'd love to see you on a comedy show like Workaholics or something of that style. Me too. Me too. Believe me, I pray for a comeback every single day and night, but I have to put in the work, and I'm trying to, but I keep getting barriers and I keep getting pushed down. I get knocked down, but I try to get up again, and you're never going to keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again, and you're never going to keep me down. Some of you guys are like an hour of the show. Yeah, I can't drive at night, though, right now, Arrow. But yeah, driving in my car, going someplace, definitely is amazing. And that brings me to this. I thought at this moment I was going to be able to travel to some of the places I grew up around or some Hollywood locations and maybe film a video, kind of like in the vein of that vlogger that just passed away. I'm forgetting his name, from Orange County, that did a lot of Disney stuff. But I was going to try to do some videos like that very, very soon. It depends on if my audio will work on my phone. Who the fuck knows? And when I put a microphone on it, it works, and sometimes it shuts off the microphone and I don't even know it. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I wanted to go to locations that I grew up in and share some stories. Oh, Adam the Woo. That's his name, Adam the Woo. I wanted to do some stuff like that. And I thought I was going to be able to do it maybe around this time. But I got some stuff going on, and but I'm definitely going to do that in about 2 weeks. Some way, some shape or form, I'm going to do it. Hang out with some amazing people and do some videos, regardless of health. Mr. Portland with his jokes. There's a Home Depot on Figueroa that's hiring. Get off your ass and get a job. Blah, blah, blah. All right, I'm done. And Pest is now, that sounds like a real Mexican family that's on benefits and getting money. Yeah. Funny. You're timed out. You're timed out. Your type of humor is not my humor, Pest. It's not my humor. Yeah, Adam the Woo was his name. Do I ever hang out with Danny Cooksey? Every once in a while. But we're like at different places in our life, and there's many moments where I think he doesn't like me or agree with me or conspiracies or whatever I talk about or say or do, or so we kind of we're 50-50. But we are hopefully having a 35th anniversary reunion of my Nickelodeon show very, very soon. It might be online with some Nickelodeon podcasters, or I might even try to do something with some of the actors on my own channel. But I don't know what's going on, but I hope we can do something for the Nickelodeon Salute Your Shorts fan, because this is our 35-year anniversary. This is our 35-year anniversary moving forward. Faith Mystic, you get online and say hello just as I'm getting off. You're going to be on a show. We're going to hang out very, very soon. I just noticed during the last couple of weeks that Adam the Woo was eating cheeseburgers in every other video. You know what? That's a good point. But I mean, I hope he didn't die from food or bad food, because if that's the case, I'm gone. That's so much of my, well, I do have a ton of issues because of that. But yeah, man, really sad, really sad. Ready for the NFL draft? Thoughts on Mendoza? Dude, the Raiders better get that motherfucker. Like the movie NFL or Draft Day. Remember when they wrote on the little yellow noted pad, they wrote the guy's name, Vontez, by no matter what. Fernando Mendoza, no matter what. That's what they need to write. That's what they need to write. So I'm proud, and I'm glad we got Kirko 2 Change. Kirko Cousins as the veteran mentor. I believe Kirk Cousins will start Fernando Mendoza, but they're definitely going to have a competition in camp, and I think competition is going to be good for all of them. May the best man win the job. Jacob, thank you for all the years of entertainment. Well, thank you for your friendship and your fandom and for all the support. Anytime any of you have bought merchandise, sent me a super chat, a donation, I appreciate you. I really, really do. And I thank you so much. That's your hard-earned money that you're supporting and helping me out, and I appreciate it. Now, certain people that make clips of your videos for the Dabbleverse, and they become a member of your channel only to get those clips, but they never super chat or support, but they use your content to clip it. Yeah, I'm looking at you. You know who I'm talking about. Linderbaum, baby. Oh, yeah. Is he on the Lakers? No, that's a baseball. Linderbaum, baby. Oh, yeah, Tyler Linderbaum. Sorry, the Raiders. The Raiders center. Thank you. I'm so happy we got him. Hey, Mike, when is your next meet and greet? I don't know, man. Stick around, brother. Stick around. I'm going to say it's probably going to be in, if health works on it, on the East Coast, starting in June, July, and August, maybe once a month, depending on my health. But hey, I'm going to go to a concert very, very soon. And if the good people want to come and say hello and go to the concert too, maybe y'all can meet me at a concert for the midnight. And every once in a while on social media, when I do go to the movies, I literally write a social media post. I say, does anybody want to go to the movies tonight? Get dinner and a movie and hang out and watch a movie. And if I've been friends with that person, and I know that person a little bit online and I think they're of good character, I invite them and we hang out and we have a good time. But again, with this Dabbleverse world that's currently watching me, I kind of don't want to do that to each individual. I don't, not that I'm afraid of them. They're just going to make fun of me and troll me. But I get nervous, man. I'm a very scared individual at many times in my life. But whether you want to troll me and meet me, or whether you actually want to meet me, maybe I'll be on the East Coast in June, July, maybe August. And I wanted to start doing comedy shows out here just to get back into the swing of things. Wanted to see if I could actually be a comedian on stage of that like. That's why I'm frustrated with my health and what I found out. What's the best way to support me? I don't know. Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. If you want to do so, if you want to buy some merchandise, I'll autograph it to you from a merchandise store. If you want to order a Cameo, appreciate you for being kind and letting me share that. And if you want to meet me in real life, maybe send me indecent proposals like I got a while back that I talked about on a show or a podcast. But yeah, it ain't going to happen. I'm not like a OnlyFans girl that lets people pay them to meet me. And then what do I owe them? Yeah, I don't know. That's scary shit. NFL playoff or NBA playoffs tomorrow. That's right. I want to watch the Lakers, but I think I'm going to watch Wrestlemania instead. It's only game 1 for the Lakers. Wow, the Raiders actually got Linderbaum. Yeah, the center. Stephen Bravo, good to see you, brother. Love your avatar. Kind of reminds me of a couple Raider Nation players or fans. And then I was watching Daredevil recently. It reminds me of Punisher. And they got Bullseye in the Daredevil episodes right now. And man, the last episode of Daredevil on Disney was a good one. That shit was a good one. Man, this season of Daredevil is very interesting to me. But what's up, Nickel? Yeah, you can pay $3,000 and run a convention and give me my guarantee, and we could do it all publicly. That's how it works, brother. Ain't no private stuff here. I'm not one of those people, regardless if I need the money or not. So keep trolling. Keep trolling. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm still here, Lego. I know, man. Sometimes this is my only outlet to talk online and hang out and do some things. So I'm trying to enjoy it as best as possible. Yeah, I absolutely love Kubrick and the movies. And I'm into all those conspiracies. And they got rid of him right after he made Eyes Wide Shut. And there's like 22 minutes of missing footage. And then he was unalived or whatever after the fact. And that movie explains a lot, man. I love that whole stuff. And we'll talk about stuff like that on a future conspiracy show and episode. So for now, everybody that donated, supported, said hello, I appreciate you. The Jake Tucker, the Colin Madden, the I Am Sassy and Classy, who I will be hopefully communicating with you very, very soon. I appreciate each and every one of you. And God bless. Good night. And I'm out of here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being in my life. And positive and better days ahead. Be kind to yourself. And every once in a while, act a little crazy, act a little confident. But be truthful and be true to yourself. And always stay humble.
say